Hey guys, so I'm back, and today we have an album review. If you're new to this channel, I've never watched this before. Basically, these are albums that I've listened to lately, and I'm just kind of being a critic and kind of reviewing them, sharing my thoughts about them, stuff like that, or any history that I know, any cool facts, stuff like that. And so I'll use a 1 to 5 grading scale, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 3 is like my happy medium, like it was okay. So if an album gets a 3 that you like and you're sad, don't be sad. To me, that means it was okay and it wasn't that bad. So we're kicking off with some disco today, Saturday Night Fever. So this came out in they didn't even say, well, it was remastered in 2007 and 1995. I want to say it came out in 1977, 78, about sometime in the disco age. Song listing, you can kind of see that. So yeah, so this had hits like "Staying Alive" and "You Should Be Dancing." And basically, this kind of brought the Bee Gees. Well, this is actually one of the Bee Gees' first kind of big albums, I think, because I don't really know much about the Bee Gees, but it wasn't really until Saturday Night Fever when they were big. Like, all the big songs they had that you recognize from today are on this album. Yes. So, yeah. So the movie Saturday Night Fever actually had John Travolta in it. John Travolta is the guy from Grease, and also the guy who's in Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. And so I actually do have the Grease one, the Grease soundtrack. It's coming up. Well, it will be reviewed eventually. Probably not in this season. Maybe the next. I said maybe. Don't count on that. Next at the Ramones, greatest hits. Hey hell, let's go. So if you're a regular viewer, you probably all know I have great respect for the Ramones. And you might know I have a lot of their stuff. I think I only like 5 more of the CDs, but yet they only came out with 13. So yeah, I have a lot left to go. So yeah. So you guys probably all know I have a really deep respect for I have a lot of respect for the Ramones. So yeah, great band. So they had like this whole greatest hits is great. I like it a lot. And man, it's really, really good. So this came out in 2006, about 10 years after the band kind of broke up, disbanded, I don't know what happened, really happened to them. All I know, they kind of stopped in 1996, 92, I want to say. Somewhere around that time. And most of the time where a lot of bands actually kind of broke up, and it was the downfall of rock and roll at that time, so a lot of bands didn't survive, really. Notable like Queen, the Animals, the Ramones, Journey, some other bands, but ones kind of grunge and stuff. They a lot of those bands kind of eventually recovered, really. Like Queen, has a new lead singer. Journey has a new lead singer. The Eagles, they did really nothing throughout the 80s and 90s. The Who really did nothing. The Beatles came back, and then in the late 90s, and they once again broke up again. But yeah, so it's not really many bands really survive the 90s, really, or they weren't really popular anymore. So that's kind of happened to Ramones. A lot of them just to stop selling out shows and stuff like that because the grunge took over and no one really wanted to. So like a lot of original members of bands and stuff kind of started leaving, things like that, like Motley Crue, stuff like that. Only a handful of bands managed to survive with like the full original lineup, stuff like that. Yeah. The 90s were not a good time. So this, I'll give a 5-star review. Next we have Ratt and Roll, the greatest hits of Ratt, 1981 and 91. Who is Ratt, you might say? have you guys watched the Geico commercial? When like we have a Ratt problem. That's Ratt. Okay, so this is Ratt. Big songs. Probably should have Ramones, but who really cares? Is Bound and Round, probably the biggest one. Lay It Down, You're in Love, Slip of the Lip, Body Talk, Way Cool Jr., and I Want a Woman. Those are the biggest ones. Well, those are the ones that I recognize. Well, so this came out in 1991, of course. It just says it right there. So pop it open inside. Nothing really much. So, yeah. That is... So this I give a 5-star review. I like it a lot. Stuff like, that's just kind of music that I kind of like. So, yeah. Next at REM. Greatest Hits. I can't really pronounce that word, so I'm just going to kind of skip it. Track listing, if you can see it. You can see me reflecting. So it has big songs, like Radio Free Europe, stuff like that. The End of the World, stuff like that. But there's also a lot of songs I like off of here. Those are the ones that I hear on the radio and recognize. Stuff like that. And there is no Losing My Religion. Sorry. So this came out in 1988. Because wasn't Losing My Religion, that was 90s, wasn't it? Like early 90s? Not quite sure. I think I give it like a 4-star review. So next we have the Rockstar soundtrack. We have a lot of soundtracks today. So this came out in 2001, and so, it has like The Crew on it, as Bon Jovi, Ted Nugent, Kiss, and Excess. But there's a lot of other bands I haven't heard of before. I don't know if it's like part of the movie, stuff like that. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. So yeah, I'll give it like a 3. Next up, the Rocky Story. This is the original songs for the movies. And so basically, it's kind of like all like the popular songs that had all the movie soundtracks and stuff. You can read this one, I think. I can. So this one's okay. I'll give it a 4. So next, you have the Rocky 4 soundtrack. Others had big songs like Burning Heart, Eye of the Tiger, Living in America. Probably the biggest songs off of here. It's a great movie too. So I'll give this one a 5-star review. Next we got into our vinyl part of the segment. So first we start with George Harrison, Cloud 9. This is not an original. This is a reprint of it. So let's just so opening up. Oh my gosh. So opening up, you have this. They kind of have a little photo collage kind of thing. So this is first kind of album in the 80s. Well, big album. It was actually produced by Jeff Lynne, who, if you don't know who Jeff Lynne is, it's the dude from ELO. The guy who sings ELO. That's him. And also Ringo Starr did some of the drums on here, stuff like that. And so, yeah. So this came out in 1987. I'm not going to pull the record out because it's not really missing much, really. It just has that label. That's it. So big songs off of here. You had, like What Got My Mind Set on You. What was it at? When We Was Fab, and This Is Love are probably the 3 big songs off of here. This one was probably the biggest one, and it was like and it was also in the top 580 songs. So, yeah. So overall, I'll give this album a 5-star review. This is actually the first vinyl I bought. So yeah, well, first new vinyl. A lot of my vinyl was kind of like it was like my mom's old one, stuff like that. So this is actually the first one I actually bought. First one I bought new, stuff like that. So this next got Hot Tracks. This came out in 1983, and this kind of compilation, a whole bunch of different songs kind of thing. I don't really need to pop this open, really. But it has this, The Night by the Animals. This album has been reviewed on here. It's called The Ark. It was on last season. We reviewed that. The Ark came out in 1983. So yeah, so this has all been on here. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of big songs on here. Basically, it's the whole thing was this really big kind of thing. Here's the inside. I don't really need to look at the vinyl. I'm kind of not really missing much, kind of thing. But yeah, so I will give this probably a 5-star review. I liked it a lot. It has a lot of big songs off of it, and I just, it just nice kind of playing in the background like a party, So this next album is a different album, you can say. I never thought we would be reviewing this guy ever on this album review, but we are. After my grandma, I was going through her records, she kind of pressured me into taking this one. I guess it's kind of worth it. But, okay, we're doing it. Okay. I have... So our next album is Engelbert Humperdinck. Sweetheart. Yeah. I never thought I would be reviewing this on my channel, but here I am. Okay. So I don't really pop it up on the inside. There's really no cover sleeve. Well, basically there's not really much inside. I can read that. Don't really need to read it. That's put your hand in the hand. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, I stop time. So the inside, I guess I'll pop it open. It's because it has no sleeve, but I have put it in the special sleeve, as you can see right here. So in the special sleeve, this is anti-static. So it's supposed to take away the static in your records. And so this is nice. I put it in with all my records that doesn't have this material. And if I remember, I said if I remember. So sometimes I forget because I film these so ahead of time. I'll try to put a link in the description to Amazon so you can buy a nice pack of 50 of these. Most of the time I forget, but if I do forget, post in the comment section below. I will quickly put it up, and I do respond to every comment. So put comments. I like comments. So yeah. I'll try to remember to put that in the description. Sometimes I will forget to, but yeah, if I do, just say the comments below that you've got to put the link in, and I'll put it in quick. What I think of this about overall is, I thought it was a really good album. I thought it was okay, so I'll give this about a 3 or 4. Yeah, it was actually somewhat decent. It's pretty surprising. So our next album that we have is Billy Idol Rebel Yell. This is an original one from 1980s. It's a pretty fairly good shape. This is a track listing. A lot of big songs for you, like Rebel Yell, I Saw a Face, Blue Highway, Flash of Fantasy, Catch My Fall, Don't Stand in the Shadow. Basically the whole album, really, except like 3 songs. But Rebel Yell is actually based off a cheap whiskey that you got the idea from. And he actually got the idea about partying with the Rolling Stones. And so they're drinking this whiskey called Rebel Yell. He went to every one of the Stones and said, hey, are you going to use Rebel Yell for a song? And everyone's like, why would we use that for a song? Kind of thing. Well, he used it for a song, and look at it now. It's huge. Okay. So, let's pop this up. Here's the inside. And there's a picture of him. Let's get the record. It's the record. It's pretty, well, yeah, it's different. It's kind of cool. And so I'll give this a, about a, this is hard. It is hard, okay? Man. I'll give this a 5-star review. It's because it's a great album. It has a lot of big songs. And I enjoyed it a lot. So here's our last album for the day. We have NXS Kick. This is just hands down great album. Almost every song here was big. Like, look at all of these. Like Guns in the Sky, New Sensation, Double Inside, Need You Tonight, Loved One, Wildlife, Now Takes Apart, Mystify, Kick. All the songs just listed were big. They're all in the greatest hits. So, this album is a great album. And so this is the original. It came out in 1987. But I always like this. So this is NXS pretty much first big album. Like, they had like big songs before, like Don't Change, The Swing, Original Sin, stuff like that. But it's the first like huge. So let's put them like in the national spotlight. Well, international spotlight. And so let's take this vinyl out. So I've always liked this in the vinyl. It says NXS Kick. The other side is just our famous Atlantic record. But I'll just keep on this side. So I'm giving this hands down 5-star review. It was great, liked it a lot, and I can just keep listening to it and it never gets old. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, complaints, questions, answer the questions, please put down in the comments below. I'll respond to everyone. And also I would like to know what's your favorite album that we reviewed today. And also if you have any other cool facts about these albums we just all listened to, not listened to, but oh my gosh, I meant reviewed. And also if you have any requests, like let's say you want to hear me talk about like the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, I will go listen to it and put it in with the thing. Or if you want a whole episode of Christmas music, it'll come out during Christmas. Yeah, I'm just saying that. I'm not going to just go do a Christmas thing in the middle of July. No, it'll come out on Christmas, but I'll do it. So yeah, if you want like anything except rap, I don't have any rap. I'm sorry, but really any like modern pop, I don't have that. I don't have any modern music either. But yeah, if you want anything, just put in the comments below, see if I have it, and if I do, I will do it. And I will get back to you saying, yeah, I have it, I'll do it, I'll put it in the next episode, something like that. Or if I don't, I'll say, sorry, I don't have it. Yeah. So yeah, I thought, I thought I would start doing that, to kind of start doing some request stuff like that. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.